Good morning. Well, this is about the composter, and I goofed big time. I know better than to do this, but I made a mistake. I threw large quantities of spelt and millet grass into the composter. And as you can see, it's not dissolving. It's way too much for it, so we're gonna have to start over again. So let's get started. This is all the grass that I threw in, and I know better. It needs to be cut up much finer than this, so I pulled it all out, and it's gonna go into this bucket after I cut it up into fine pieces. I also lost my last house plant, so the dirt from that is gonna go into the big white bucket here, and we'll start over again. As you can see, most of the paper is starting to rot out. Yeah, there's still a few big chunks in there, but it's not like it was. Whoops, there's some more grass. Let's get that out of there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of the dirt from this pot into this, and then I will cut up all of this green, kind of green grass, and that will go in the big white pot here, and it will take longer to rot, but it will rot. It may take until next summer, but I'm gonna get started, and I'll bring you back when I get a little more accomplished. Okay, it's somewhat chopped up, and it's going to go into this white bucket. Like that. Make sure I clean up all my scraps. And then the rest of the soil from this is going to go in there also. Okay. Most of the soil is out of there, but not all of it. A lot of it's in there. Now I need to prime it to work. This is what I use to prime pots. The fertilizer, but it has a lot of the micronutrients in it that they need, and it also contains the microbes to dice it up better. And in this big pot, it's going to get 2 tablespoons. 1. Okay, both tablespoons are in. Now it needs to have a good stir. Okay, it's pretty full. So let's add just a little bit of more microbes to it. This is apple cider vinegar, and it also helps to dissolve and rot, and it carries the good microbes. So you just add little drops all over, like this. That was 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Add some carbon, which is shredded paper from my shredder, and then give it a good stir. Okay, it's well stirred. Now I'm going to add some water, not much, because this pot doesn't have all the holes that this one does, but it will help to start the rot. Okay, water added. Gonna give it another stir, and then I'll put the cover on and set it back so that it starts to process. Okay, it's stirred in. Now I'm just gonna add my cup container and put the cover back on it. Oh, and that's set to go. Okay, all the dirt is out of this, and I forgot how many potting shards I had in the bottom of this pot. Whenever you're recycling, make sure you pull all the potting shards out. They don't do well in the composter and they make a big mess. Now I can start this over again. Okay, this is fresh green stuff from the garden. I pulled all the arugula out, all the kale out, all the spinach out, and ground it down in the blender to this mashy looking stuff. This is still pretty wet. Normally I wouldn't put it in so wet, but this will have to work because I have a lot of other things to do. So let me show you what needs to be done. Okay, I pulled about this much soil out of the pot. Now I'm going to add the green stuff and some shred paper. Green stuff in, paper in. Now it needs stirring. Well stirred. And now time to add the rest of the soil and stirred. Cap. Put the spoon in. Cap. And hopefully I won't goof again and do what I did. So it's very frustrating when I make a mistake. But at least I'm owning up to it. Now I have to get everything put away and figure out what I'm going to do with all these potting shards because I got a bunch of them. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.